So I then had my first order on eBay to Australia now. So that's this one here, because in a previous vlog I was trying to figure out all of that stuff, but nothing was working. Well, I mean, it kind of was, but it was confusing. So I'm thinking what might have been part of the issue is that eBay might be using my IP address to show the shipping costs. And so since my IP is in Canada, even though I selected Australia, maybe it was still just showing Canada for that. So I might try using the VPN that's built into the browser to try changing my location from Canada to Australia and then seeing if it displays properly. If so, I might be able to get more of the countries set up on eBay. But yeah, the first sale outside Canada and the States on eBay to Australia, this was $20. They paid $9.50 on shipping. But then I forgot to show, but after I added the dimensions from the orders the other day, the Bricklink catalog is now below 150 minifigures missing dimensions. So that is pretty cool. And still got a couple more on the way, I think. Yeah, I got a couple more on the way, not too many though. Yeah, just a lot of the weird stuff remains, like the Belleville, and a whole bunch of those cars things still and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully get some more of this done eventually. And I thought, okay, no, wait, 1 second. Is this one, these have dimensions here, but they've got, is that the same print? No, wait, did I accidentally added that one? Bricks That Stick added that one, and Andrew added that one. 4.8, but is that, it's a different hairstyle. Yeah, like if you look at that, that goes like that. This one, it goes like that. It's a different hairstyle, so that's interesting. What about this one? These two are the same hairstyle. And this one here, is this the same as this one? Oh yeah, these two are the same here. Okay, so that's an interesting thing there. So these two are the same and these two are the same, but they're all still connected, even though they're different. But I guess technically, since they're 47394, it is arguably the same item in that sense, but then actually might be able to add dimensions for that guy, because yeah, if it's the same figure you can copy from other ones, that's perfectly fine. And that's why some of the ones that like don't exist at all, like there's a one Duplo figure that was like released in one set in like the 60s or something like that, but there's none for sale. The photo isn't even of the actual figure, and the there's no version of that figure or the set for sale anywhere in the world, but was able to get dimensions added for that one because it was the exact same as a different one, stuff like that. So that's perfectly fine and normal. So I'll just look a bit more off camera, but then otherwise I'll request a change for that one, and that will actually get another one done. But yeah, just shrinking amount left. On today's episode of Figure Out That Parts Number, we have, well, this head here. It's the Serpentine one. From the Skybound one. There's 4 versions of this head on Bricklink. None of them have the part number, but I'm not sure if the part number is visible on it, because when I look inside, I've tried for like 20 minutes, I can't figure it out for the life of me, because the part number is super far down inside of this hole. Well, there used to be taller, but it's already cut off, and the light couldn't reach it at the same time that you look at it, no matter even with a good light or pointed properly and stuff like that. So currently I am basically, I already did a thin layer. I'm just cutting off layers of it until I can actually see the part number on the inside, but I'm not sure if that is a part number. I know it's got the Lego logo, and I think it has the mold number, like the position number, but I don't know if it has the part number on it. So we are working on this to see if we can figure that out, but I am doubtful that it has it, but we'll find out soon. So I may have messed it up a little bit, because now looking at it, I can only see a little bit of stuff, because I think it used to be on this wall here. So I think I cut it off a little bit, so I'll just grab a couple of these pieces, but I'm pretty sure it is not there. So I'll look a bit closer, but then otherwise I'll just try cutting it in half, because there is a seam line going down the center, so there might be some of the numbers on the inside, but we will see. So I was able to confirm that it just says Lego B-01 over there. So it is theoretically possible that it was on the side that I cut off, but I looked at all the chunks of plastic that weren't disintegrated, and it didn't have anything on there either. So time for possibility 2 of it being on the insides, or just not having it, because a good amount of parts don't have the number anywhere on them. And the moment of truth, I haven't looked yet, but it is solid on the inside, so that means that there is no part number on this thing to be found. So I just was making a forum thread about these swords here, which I'll quickly pull up. But I'm wondering if anyone else watching this has had the same issue with this sword specifically. And you can pause to read for a second if you want for that, but then in short, basically there's two different versions of this sword here, as we can see. Well, technically there's three. There's this one that's octagonal, but then there's two versions of this sword here with that and that there. However, it seems really weird for how it works, because this version here fits perfectly into this scabbard. However, this version, it doesn't fit into the scabbard unless you really push it. And it's very difficult to remove as well. So this one fits perfectly fine. This one is near impossible to add into the scabbard. And I've actually had several, at least one, but might be several buyers over the years say that I've sold them a fake scabbard because the swords wouldn't fit in. And let me actually just try to maybe use this here. Put the phone there. Okay, let me grab a couple of scabbards and then grab my sword container here. Actually, I got some swords up there. It's too far away. I'll just use these ones. Okay, so we've got this version here. Just want to find the other version, because there is the two versions that I showed on the screen, and I can't find the other version now. Okay, is this it? Yes, okay, this is it. So as you can see, we have the two versions. It's got the hole in the hilt, and then this in the is it the hilt or something? Then this one has it in the handle there. And so then this one here with the hole in the hilt, it fits perfectly fine into the scabbard. That was just lining it up bad, but it fits perfectly fine without any issues. It's difficult to make sure I'm still in the frame while doing this, but that fits perfectly fine. But then you have this one here, which has the hole in the hilt, and I'm pushing right now. It takes a whole bunch of force to actually add it. The one side it goes fine sometimes here, but it's difficult to do. It takes a lot of force, and let's just try adding the second one in there. So yeah, it does still work. Like, it's used in sets and stuff like that. But this one here, it takes quite a bit of force, and even that one to remove it. So yeah, it's just an interesting thing. So I just posted about it and asked if a note could be added or something like that. Because yeah, it's definitely been a little bit interesting. Both technically still work, but yeah, it's just a little bit weird at times. So finally got done with rebuilding the eBay cards. So that was the first thing I was able to get done. Finally, well, I mean, I got other stuff done this week. It's not like I spent the entire week playing games. But the one thing that I was just starting on but didn't really get around to finishing. So yeah, then that is now done. But it's already at the end of the day. So then Monday, then I can finally get back to work on parting out some of these sets. So was just double checking the lot that was in the mail today from the one, and unfortunately the Stranger Things minifigures are all fake. However, there are some other good things in there I didn't see before that will make up for the difference. Yogurt then. So then, yeah, that's the rest of the bag there. I don't think that's his correct hairpiece. Yeah, then, so even though minifigures from the Stranger Things set are all fake in here, I'd still say that this was a good purchase, because I got it for about $150 less than I was willing to pay for it, and then there was like, because of the Stranger Things, there's like $200 less value, so that evens out pretty good, and even in my favor in that sense. It's just slightly less good in that sense now. But yeah, then there's other good things in here. So yeah, those ones were the fake ones, but there's other good things, like for example, I probably can't see them because it's a big bag. They're somewhere here, but there was the most valuable Count Dooku torso that goes for like 25 to 40 bucks. Then there was Captain Blackbeard. Okay, there's that guy there. That is definitely not a real Lego print, but probably custom printed or something. I'm not entirely sure. But then there's a Scooby-Doo head. But then there's just some like other decent stuff. There's like, well, the 11th Doctor, I think that's what his minifigure is called, is like 20 bucks. But yeah, there's the one Count Dooku torso. It's the good version without the line. And there's just lots of other just overall decent stuff in here. So I'm still pretty confident that I'll make at least something on here. Also, there's the Hazmat CMF's headgear, which is has some value and stuff like that. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff in here. But then this here will just get added to the backlog here. I think that fits perfectly right there. It's one of the other somewhat decent Star Wars stores, so it's not too crazy. Also, that accessory goes for like 25 bucks or something like that. So yeah, just lots of real interesting and nice stuff mixed in there. Half surprised there's no Scooby-Doo. Oh, actually, there was a Scooby-Doo head, because pretty much every single lot in Canada has at least one Scooby-Doo part, which is really nice. I think it's just real popular in Canada, at least compared to the States or something like that, because I almost never get Scooby-Doo parts from the States, but within Canada, quite often. Yeah, then just for anyone who hasn't seen the previous ones, got to that backlog of minifigure parts there. Goes down a little bit there, although there's 3 shoe boxes that are filled with golden Lloyds, golden Oni Lloyds, and dark purple space tanks and space helmets and air tanks. And so that stuff there. My goal is to get 200 pounds of minifigure parts ready for listing by the time I finish with the backlog that's here, there, and there. So yeah, the goal is to get 200 pounds of minifigures ready for listing, because when I finish with all of the bulk, I'm going to sell it out and then not list anymore. Like, I'm not going to list anymore. Well, presuming that this isn't a valuable version of this part, I'm just not going to list things like that in used condition anymore. And so then I'm going to, because up to that drawer there is all used parts, so I'm going to try to just sell all of that, and then put all the new parts here again, just like I have them in those ones, and then swap over from it there to having this be my used section, and then only list minifigure parts and stuff like that. Although I am one drawer short because this one's broken on the other side. I just have it like that so I don't hurt myself, so because it's quite sharp. But yeah, then going to transform this area into drawer 1 through however many this is, and then to fill this I need minifigure parts and stuff like that to list, so hence why I'm trying to get 200 pounds of minifigure parts. To be fair, I don't even know if 200 pounds of minifigure parts would fit in this. Worst case scenario, I could probably add in another 1 or 3 units here, potentially do something like that, but this should be good for a while. And then that way I can focus more, because with used bulk, it's great when you're starting out, but as you try to grow the store to be something that you can hopefully one day pay a mortgage and stuff like that with, it's just not real possible if you're just listing like things like this and stuff like that in used condition. So yeah, I'm going to do new parts only, and then specialty used parts, and that would make it a lot better in that sense. So that's what I'm going towards. And so yeah, then try to get that there, and then that's what I'll be working on a lot in the future. But yeah, I want to why I'm not working on any of that now is because when I get to selling this stuff, I'm going to start doing sales on all of the used stuff, because I want to clear out pretty much everything used that I have for sale before I start listing it. So I'm not going to list stuff from those minifigure lots just to eventually, in a couple months, well, probably a year or so, put it on like a 50% sale to clear it out or something like that. That'd just be a waste. So I'm waiting till it's all sold out, and then I'm going to start opening up the stuff, the minifigure lots, and then start listing that without the discounted prices or stuff like that, and then just try to clear out all the used stuff. So and so then the goal is to have the 200 pounds, so that's why I keep adding stuff to that pile without going through it. But now that I am finally no longer distracted with the game, I am going to part out a set, although I do have to pull orders tonight, so I am going to take out the cart so I don't forget that. But yeah, then which set to part out is the question. We got the bomber, I know which one this is, but I don't know the name of it. Then we got that thingy, which we just looked up, I thought, the other day. And then this one, this is defensive crate. This is the turbo tank. This here is Anakin Starfighter, Obi-Wan Starfighter. I think this is something. Not quite sure what, though. So I might work on that one then or something. Yeah. Nothing descriptive in there whatsoever besides this thing. This here is there should be orange bricks in here. There's no orange bricks in here. Oh, this is not what I was thinking it is then. Well, I'll have to figure out what that one is, but it's something. So then I will probably start on that one. And after that, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets remaining. And so overall, good progress. So then, time to figure out what set this is. So there's two ways of doing that. Either one, I look at the images of when I bought it and look at the set list number that I used when trying to figure out how much to offer the seller for the set that was part of the lot, or do the fun way, which is find a somewhat unique part from the set, type it in, and then go to that part number right here, and then go to sets, and then select the color, and then go to summary, and then select Star Wars. And then we can see that narrows it down to just 12 sets. So now I know it wasn't that one. It's not that one, not that, or that. I didn't get that one. It wasn't that. It might have been that one. I can't remember. I'll just put that on the side. It was definitely not that one. That is one that I did get in the lot. That one I did not get in the lot, and that one I didn't get in the lot. So that probably means that this here isn't the entire set then. So let's take a look. This one here, I think I did have this one in the set, but I thought I already parted it out because I already sold one of those. Oh, no, that's a 4x6, not a 4x4. Then there's this one here, which I also got, but I think that one's already on the side. So we know it's not that one. That would be one of these. And so then we look to see if we can find the wheels in this one here, because we know it's not that one. It's not these ones. This here was the bomber, crate, turbo. So it has to be this one. So then we look, and I'm not seeing the wheels anywhere in this one here. Oh no, there's the wheels right there. Wheel. How many of the wheels were in that set? We can see that is this one here. So there is 2 of the wheels in this set. So there's one there, but then there's 2 there. So it can't be that one. And so then how many parts is Kylo Ren Starfighter? 979. This is definitely not, well, this could potentially be the entire set then. It doesn't look like 979 parts. So, well, we got the transparent bricks there. So, yeah, this might be the entire set, actually. That is really weird. Did not expect that. So yeah, then I guess that is, well, I mean, I know for some of the parts were missing and stuff like that. And actually a good way to see if we already parted this one out, because I know one of the things I parted out was missing a bit. But if we go to, I think it's store inventory, and then scroll down, you can go to a part out log. And then, okay, so I parted out Krennic shuttle, and this one here, and this one here. So then we can see that I did not part this one out yet. So then, yeah, it is probably this set here. So it might be somewhat incomplete, but it might be complete for all I know. But yeah, then I will part this set out now. So then I got one order in the mail, which I haven't opened yet. So let's just put this phone on my light and open it up real quick. Oh wait, no, it's got a pull tab. So let's open it up real quick. And of course it didn't work that well, but it still got it open. So let's see what's in this one here. I went to this store for this headgear here thing, because I thought I had it, but I had, for dimensions, but in reality I had, a different one. Somewhere in here, I think, I have the other Monkey Kid headgear thing, which is slightly different. Not seeing it now, but it might be in there. I don't know, but yeah, I needed that for dimensions. I got his tail already in a separate order, and then I have the party hat for the rest of it for dimensions, and then yeah, just got a whole bunch of other parts in this order for a whole bunch of different minifigures. So I will go through this order, and then after that I will start parting out that set there. And what is that tile? Oh, that's Nexonite tile. So I just finished going through the order, and it's almost 5 p.m. and I don't want to get into the same situation I was in last time with parting out a set before pulling orders, because I checked and I've got almost 250 lots to pull, so I don't want to be parting out any sets during that, when I have to pull that tonight, because last time I did that, it did not end up well, because I was having to pull the orders the next day for quite a while before I got things shipped out. So yeah, then probably not going to do too much for a little bit, but then get started on pulling orders next then, and just get that done, well, like later in an hour or two. But there's nothing really to work on in that short period of time. But then after that, it'll be back to pulling orders and stuff. But yeah, then I guess I haven't looked yet, but we are about to see how much this Star Wars lot sold for. I haven't looked yet, but normally these ones sell for anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000 for Canadian for the 5 pounds. So when I was looking at it this morning, it was at $1,300 an hour before it ended, and so it sold for $3,000 for 5 pounds of Star Wars minifigures. So that's pretty average for this stuff here. So yeah, definitely did not bid on that one, although one day I would still like to actually buy one of these at that price and then actually list it and see if, like, what it actually is worth, because it's got to be worth something in the similar price range. So yeah, that is something I just want to try one day, but not for a very long time. It's not like, worst case scenario, I lose some money, but it's not like it's not like this is worth nothing. So it's not like I'd be throwing out $3,000 or anything like that. So yeah, one day it would be fun to try that out, but not for a long time. But yeah, then it's interesting. So sold several things from the eBay room. First up is a copy of the Tribute here for $52.49. Then sold one of the Galileo sets here for $40 plus shipping. Then sold 2 Blu-rays. I think they're over here somewhere. Let's see. First one was here. That went for $30, and then this one here went for $19. So, a fun sale was this transparent dark blue antenna, which was $8.29. So, it's a good one to keep an eye out for. Your time. Just got an interesting email from Bricklink, and so yeah, then it is definitely from Bricklink, not from Bricklinks or anything like that, because there's a whole bunch of sketchy emails a while back. Bricklink platform will be inaccessible due to infrastructure updates during scheduled maintenance on Tuesday, July 23rd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Should the time change, they'll let you know. All areas of the site will be down for the extended maintenance period. So that I find is interesting because a while back, Bricklink mentioned, well, I mean, several times they've said that they're due for a replatforming. So it's not necessarily for sure related to this, but it might be related to this. And if that is the case, then Bricklink might have some nice fixes potentially. So that could be quite nice. But yeah, normally they have daily maintenance, which the site is down for 10 minutes every day. And then they have monthly maintenance, which the site is down for 1 hour once a month. But it is not, I don't know if they've ever had scheduled maintenance that's down for this long. Like after some issues, they've had the site down for a while, multiple times, but not previously scheduled beforehand. It's usually only in response to a bug on the site or the almost hacking incident that wasn't actually hacking from last year and stuff like that. So yeah, interesting. Wonder if there'll be any good changes. So finally, all the orders are shipped out. I'm going to work on the eBay cards, so let's see how difficult it'll be to get this one here. The golden Oniloid, it's somewhere underneath the piles of Lego here. I think if I can reach around into the container here, I might be able to grab one. There we go, because I got a whole bunch of those. Because for anyone who didn't see that, the parts for him were on Pick-a-Brick for, I think it was like 2 months or something before it retired and the parts were removed. So I managed to get, I honestly don't even remember how many. I think there's like 200 or so of him, and he is selling consistently at, let me just get this up here, eBay, and then loading, NJO774, and he is selling for $40. I've sold them 3 times on eBay, and then on Bricklink I was selling him for about $30, but then I decided I would not list any more on Bricklink for now, just to see if the price goes up any. So yeah, then there's that one, and then I'm going to work on trying to rebuild some of these here, and then the one set that I was trying to buy to part out was out of stock for the past month or so, but it was finally back in stock at Walmart, so I was able to get a couple of those. But then I will work on that. And then I got one order in the mail today. Needed some lightsaber hilts, and these were a good price. I think there's only like, I want to say 8 cents per hilt in brand new condition, so picked those up. And then also got this here, the Bosch Leia helmet headgear thing, 4 dimensions. And this here, honestly, it's a bit crazy. Like, in most times, like, for example, if I just list a part, let's open a random drawer that would have minifigure parts. That one's difficult to reach into. So let's say I list this part here. I just put it in the drawer, close it. When it sells, I take it out of the drawer, I put it in the cup with the rest of the parts, and then put it into a bag, or if there's a lot of parts, into multiple bags and stuff like that, and then ship it out. But something that isn't that rare of a thing, surprisingly, is people will individually label the bags with all the information. This looks like it's handwritten: the item name, the part number, even the year released, the quantity, the price, and everything like that. So yeah, it's a bit wild what happens sometimes. Usually people do this for minifigures, but then sometimes you'll get ones like this where they do it for parts as well. So yeah, then I will add dimensions for that one, process this here, rebuild some cards, possibly place a few orders, and I think that's all that was in this order. So let's just try to remove, well, that ain't working. Yeah, it's just packing peanuts in here. So there's that. Oh yeah, and then the order itself. Let's see if we can double check the price. Yeah, those, well, that's in a different currency, so that is not helpful. But yeah, then that is that one there, and then yeah, I will get to that stuff now. Yogi time. So then they mentioned that the replatforming thing that they mentioned in the not replatforming, but well, this thing fell that goes here, but that email for the site maintenance thing is not related to the replatforming thing that they were talking about. So apparently it's all just back end stuff. It's nothing that we would ever really notice. So there's that. And then, so yeah, then today, since I am finally, have some free time, for working, then, I can get to parting out a set. Then looking at the sets here, this one here looks to be the largest one. So I will work on it first. And so yeah, then that will be my goal for today, to start with. So then we can see if I can finally make a bit of progress with this stuff. And so, yeah, then from all the sets, we still have a couple that I showed a few times over here. Like, you got like random sets from this stuff. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll ever even actually part this stuff out or just end up selling it as bulk one of these days. I'm not sure on that. But then, yeah, so only a few left here, and then it is finally back to working on the normal used bulk backlog. And my dad has been making good progress over here. The 2x3 bricks are all sorted, and then only a few left that need to be stacked. A couple here as well. I thought, yeah, there's some more boxes somewhere of it. I'm almost certain because, oh yeah, these two here. Okay, so then those two there, the yellow and the white bricks are left. And then, so yeah, that box is empty. So progress, because this stuff is freeing up a little bit of space. So I might be able to get access to that bottom area there soon, for when I need it. But yeah, then I will get to work on this stuff, and yeah, then this is the end of the vlog. Thank you for watching. If you got this far, today is a Wednesday, so next vlog should be out on Saturday.